All right, everyone, welcome to today's recap. I hope you guys are doing well and staying blessed. If you guys are new here, my name is Jeremiah. I'm a day trader. I trade small cap stocks, momentum, and breakouts. I stream every single day, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys are interested, feel free to tune in. And I also upload my recaps after every trading session. So without further ado, let's jump right into this recap. So I will start by saying that today is a day where I went from green to red. I was actually in the green $33.94, I believe, and I ended up on the day in the red $11. So it's frustrating, but there's definitely something to be learned here, learned from this session. Um, and I think this also is related to my last red day, where I had the opportunity to be green, even with a drawdown. I had the opportunity to be green if I had taken the base hits. I failed to do that today, and with that being said, I will be reviewing my $150 red day again after this recap, and maybe I'll upload a video for you guys. I'm not sure how I'll go about that, but without further ado, let's jump into the first trade here and see how this went. So RIDX popped up on the scanner. Said it has a float of 800,000 shares. And so I'm looking at this. I saw it at 5 and it pops all the way up to $8. And so I see that. I try to press the buy button. I don't get filled, thank goodness, because I probably would have got a bad fill. And it would have been most likely up here and I would have been down almost $1. So being aware of this risk, I lowered my share size. If I had entered, it would have been on 100 shares, I think, on my first trade. But thank goodness for whatever reason, that did not happen. So I changed quantity size to 10 shares. I take a little bit of a, I guess it was dipping down here. But with 10 shares, it's fine because my max loss on any given trade is $10. Which I will actually show you guys my trading plan, which I made this weekend because I have it written in there. So $10 on my first trade on 10 shares, not bad. $1 a share, I'll take it. It was risky. I did go down $10, but that's fine because only with 10 shares, and the max I was risking was $10. So we get a doji candle here and it dips down after this, and now it's hanging around VWAP. I was sort of expecting it to make a little bit of move, but it happened so quickly. I actually got a late entry, which you guys will see in a second. Looking at the level 2, there's buying going through, and then straight from 823 to 9. Oh my gosh, and then 10. And then I try to sell there on the ask as it popped up. My order did not get filled, but nonetheless pulled away with a little bit of profit. Was up $7 at one point. Nothing crazy. Still on 10 shares, so yeah, that happened so quickly. There was no shot I would have gotten filled at 10. Maybe if I'd pressed the sell button before that even happened. But yeah, so small trade there for 13 cents. Definitely not super ideal for a stock this parabolic, but nonetheless still green. Better than a red trade. And I was aware of the risk on this because this stock obviously had a big range. That's why I was in with 10 shares and was taking the base hit. So another 30-cent trade. That was, I believe, first 10-second candle to make a new high. So we'll go back there for a second, actually. Yeah, so first 10-second candle made a new high there. Okay. It doesn't make a new low, which is good. I sell on the pop, and I get filled at 1066, which is awesome because that's the high of the candle. Another entry there for the break over the high. This one I don't think ends up working. Maybe it does, honestly. But I had a trade just like this on another stock that actually did not end up working. So it was the break through the high. It was a 10-second pullback. Yes, this didn't work, actually. I could have sold it a lot sooner. This was an exit indicator, the fact that it rejected the high already. So that's unfortunate. I could have very well sold it a lot sooner, but I decided to hold and lose more. So that was unfortunate. About a 60-cent loser there, or 70 cents actually. Yeah, 70 cents. So unfortunate, but still got a little bit of profit. That's a nice pop right there. Trying to sell it to ask, but I guess the ask was way higher than what price it was trading at. So that was a nice little trade. I don't remember I think it was the breakthrough, the daily resistance. It was honestly just moving, and like I was thinking, let me jump in. This stop is at the resistance level, and that's fine. With 10 shares, you can kind of have a little bit of flexibility on what you want to do, and it continues popping, which is insane. So here's the thing. I saw this micro pullback, but I saw a second too late. So here, if you guys look at the 10-second chart, I'm going to show you guys my face, and I'm going to turn my audio on so you guys can hear. So I move my 10-second chart. I see the 10-second pattern forming. You guys can see my face. Oh my. I said micro pullback, and immediately,
my gosh, that was a
it pops without me.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's insane. I'm getting
And I jump in here late. Very extended, but I managed to get a little bit of profit at 15.
Oh my gosh, what the heck is happening?
So it goes up. Okay, I'm sorry. I got profit at like 14.52. It goes up from I don't even know. Where was it? It was 11.27 or 11.72 to a high of 15, $4 a share. That's crazy. $3 a share, but still, that's insane. Just from a 10-second micro pullback or bull flag, whatever you want to call it. That's crazy. That is crazy. Would have been nice to get in on that pullback, but I noticed it a second too late, and that's really all it can take sometimes.
Oh my god.
You have to be very, very quick, especially on these parabolic stocks. They move so quickly. So quickly.
Risky, but
so now I'm up $15. Kind of recouped the loss from previously. Back to
this thing is
the high
so fast.
of the day.
Oh my gosh, no way.
That's a risky entry, but I got filled. And it pops like crazy. Absolutely insane.
Oh my gosh.
On 10 shares, that was okay. Almost $1 a share. Getting it again. That was a little bit of a loss, but I'm fine with that because it dipped down like 30 more cents after that. Getting back in. This is a little bit of overtrading, I'll be honest. This is overtrading for sure. But I have a feeling like this move is not over since it's holding up here. A little bit of pop, and I sold there on the ask.
Oh my god.
That was a 40-cent trade. Now dipping down, and I'm expecting a bit of a pullback. But I think it actually, oh yeah, it does actually keep going. So it dips down.
Another micro pullback. Oh my gosh.
Next thing I know, I actually was checking my buying power. We have an ABCD pattern here. So if you guys look on the 10-second, move up, pulls back down, tries to break through the high. It'll be a flat top breakout as well. Dips down, first candle make a new high, and shoots up. So at around 16, I want to say 1670 right here. It makes a new high, and then it pops right up to 19. Is that 82? That's
That is
insane.
absolutely insane.
Another
ABCD
one.
pattern on the 15
So the
second chart.
these
Or 10-second chart.
10-second
Sorry,
chart
confusing.
patterns are working really well, which is expected on
Oh my god.
parabolic stocks. That makes sense.
Here's another one.
So you really have to be so quick, and you have to be. Here's
Like
another
$20.
10-second pattern
This
forming.
is
Let's see if it
absolutely
works.
insane. How much is this stock?
There, it's getting a little bit of resolution.
150%.
Could be a similar pattern to before.
Super
Flat top break
extended
of
now, so I
not
want to
flat
be
top.
cautious.
Sorry, this is a little bit lower, but there it is. There's the resolution, and it gets pushed back down a little bit, but still now it's holding back up at the high. A little bit of a risky area right here. More expensive, but insane price action here, guys. If you got, I mean, plenty of opportunity.
Buying this high.
Plenty of opportunity. 10-second pullback.
This is
ABCD pattern. Another's a 10-second pullback down here. I know. Just insane volatility and opportunity. Absolutely insane. This one candle is up $7 in one 1-minute candle.
This thing is going crazy.
That's crazy.
From $5 to $26.
Anyways, let me move my thing back here. All right, but just insane price action. So $25 on this stock. I think I made a little bit more on the probably on the back side of it. Well, definitely on the back side of it, but still good opportunity, even though it was the back side because its range was so big. This was a entry off the 9 EMA, and then I kind of realized like this stock is not even going to be as close to as obvious as RADX. So I ended up just taking a small loss on it just at the 9 EMA. I was like, I'll let it do its thing for a second, but nah. This was a 4 million share float stock, and then it didn't seem to want to work, so I just sold it. And I wasn't going to waste my time with a stock that's not obvious. This stock was up 350%. Everything else was below like 50%. Yeah, still nothing from that. Okay, so I took another entry here on RIDX. I think it was the break over this previous pivot. Oh, never mind. So I guess I didn't. But I was thinking about that. Like I had predicted it. And this is a super late entry. Break over this 5-minute pivot right here. Just a small scalp because I got in late. But I saw that coming though. I was like thinking if it breaks over this high of this red candle right here, or red topping tail, we'll probably see some resolution. And we got that, so. I was looking at the, I think 10s. I think my accuracy on this stock was pretty high. I don't remember. I think I had like 1 or 2 losses on it. I don't even know, but I did well on it. I'll say that. 30 bucks on 10 shares, not bad. $3 a share. It did go up a lot though. It did go up like $20, so I think $3 is a little bit underperforming, but still not bad. And I was thinking with the reversal here, we have a bottoming tail right under the 9 EMA. If we break over the 9 EMA and we can hold, looking for green on the tape, looking for the break over 15 is what we were looking for. So looking at the level 2 right now. Now first candle make a new high is right there. Right, not yet, not yet. Still waiting for 15. It's not, doesn't seem to want to pull away yet. Looking for the break at 15 in green. There's 15, pressed it, and I got in a little bit lower than 15 actually, so that was nice. For some reason, it took forever to fill my order. But nonetheless, 24 cents on that trade. Not bad. Not bad at all. So that was that. And then we had a trade here on KYTX. This was I actually don't remember this one. It was a hold, like it was holding this previous resistance level, and I think it went green for a moment, and I bought in, thinking we get an extension. I think it goes red and then goes green. No, yeah, it was the bounce, sort of the bounce off the 90 EMA. Well, I was looking for it to go down to the 90 EMA, and then I would have wanted to take a trade, but since it didn't go down to the 90 EMA and it started going green, I just was like, you know what, I'll take a trade now. So not the original plan I was looking to follow, but and so it ends up going against me, and there's no real surprise there. I didn't wait for any confirmation. This stock is obviously not as obvious as RADX, and I paid the consequence. Not a huge punishment or anything, but I definitely could have sold this earlier. The moment I could have sold it was when it wasn't working here. And I mean, I was thinking to sell it earlier, obviously. Like, if I'm thinking to sell it, the first thing I should do is hit the bid. I shouldn't be looking to get out on the ask, especially if it's not working in my favor already. Like, it hasn't even made a new high. So the first thing to do, if it hasn't worked in your favor in any way, shape, or form, just get out on the bid. If it breaks above and makes a new high and works in your favor somewhat, and then starts dipping down, then try to sell on the ask. If you can't, then move your order down. But in this scenario, this was a moment where I was supposed to sell on the bid, and I didn't. Only like $2 extra of a loss. Now this was my worst trade on IMG, and there's a few reasons. The one reason being the main reason is that I didn't know the flow of this stock. The flow on this stock was, I think, 190 million shares, which is way out of my trading plan, which I will show you guys that. I promised I'll show you guys, so I'll show you. And the second issue is I'm jumping in with 100 shares, which in terms of dollar amount size, that's double of any of the trades I took previously, because I was taking 10 shares on like $11 stock. That's a $100 position. This is 100 shares on a $2.70 stock. So that's $270 as opposed to 120 bucks. So more than double, and which is fine in the sense that I'm up on the day, but it's not an A quality setup. This is not a stock I'm supposed to be trading. So I'm looking at the 10-second, and there's first candle to make a new high on the 10-second. It works for a moment. And if I'm trading on the 10-second, that means my stop is also on the 10-second. So as soon as it doesn't work is when I sell. And that happened really quickly. So it drops down. The moment I sell is the moment this doesn't work. So we have a false breakout here. As soon as it doesn't work, that's it. This going red was enough for me to be like, okay, it's time for me to sell. I didn't sell. It could have been a $10 loss, and I wait, and then it ends up being a $25 loss. So $15 just like that, just because I waited an extra second. And that's really the thing with trading. You can afford to lose, but you can't afford to not follow your rules. So something to keep in mind, something to learn from. And the worst part is I actually continue to trade this. However, yeah, no, that's the worst part. I decided to continue trading this. So it would have been a break even day after that trade where I lost 25 bucks if I had stopped there, or if I had stopped trading the stock. But I actually did not, and what turned out to be, or what started as a break even day from this point, turned into $11 red day. So this trade was honestly, I don't even know. It's just a revenge trade. That's what it was. started to go green again. It looked good, and then another false breakout. This is just the risk with higher float stocks. I hadn't even checked the float either. It's not the most obvious stock. It's a higher float stock, and here I am over trading it because the first trade gave back everything I had. So now from in the green 33 to break even to 27 in the red. And I take an entry here. I could have taken profit. Not yet. I mean, I could have, but here is when I meant to take profit. So I rejected and then I meant to take profit there. A little bit too late. I meant to drag it down, take profit, and that actually doesn't get filled. And so what could have been an $8 winner turns into a, I think it was a $17, yeah, $18 loser, I'll say. Yeah, an $18 loser. So now down $70 on this stock. Insane. And so I'm just over trading this, and to my luck, I actually make back some of it. But this is not something I should be rewarded for at all. Small winner on that previous trade. Now the break of view app. I can't even justify any of these trades. This is over trading, and this is not a stock I am supposed to be trading. So a little push higher there. Could have taken profit, 20 bucks. Probably should have taken profit there. But I think I get another opportunity to sell. Wait, did I sell that for break even? I really hope I didn't. Okay, well, I sold that one for a bit of a winner. That's fine. Okay, this one, another trade where I could have taken profit, 15 bucks. Nice. I think I did. I don't know where I took it, but probably didn't get as much as I could have. I should have sold it there. Obviously, it's struggling. $27. I could have taken that, but instead I sell it when it's dropping. So that could have been a $30 winner. And I would have been. It happened quickly, but still. $30. Okay, so I'd be done $20 on it if I sold there. Ends up coming back down, and I end. Yeah, so this would have been a, even if I had just taken profit up there, this would have been, I would have been down 20 bucks on it, and it would have been a $6 green day or $5 green day. So it's unfortunate that was all the trades for the day. Actually, no, sorry, I took one more small trade for a little bit of a winner. And so the day ends as a $10 red day, a $10.70 red day. It's unfortunate, but yet again another lesson as to why you take your base hits when you're down. Had I taken that base hit right there before it had turned red, in this candle, I would have ended the day in the green. As well as if I had taken profit before. Was this one where I could have taken profit earlier? Yeah, I think it was the first revenge trade. See, it sucks that I'm saying revenge trade because it's not good regardless, but anyways, more lessons to be learned. I'll be reviewing today's video again after this recap, and I'll be reviewing my $150 red day recap again, just to drill in the idea that base hits count during those times of drawdown, and the importance of checking the float and following your rules, because you can do everything right, have 90% accuracy on the right stock, and as soon as you trade a stock that you're not supposed to, you can give all of it back just like that. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys hit that like button and subscribe if you guys did enjoy. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.